Okay, back in the kitchen again. I made a few clips in the other room, but I don't know if the sound was as good. But anyway, Doug said, go back in the kitchen. There's a young fella in England, his name is Keith Barrett, and he got in touch with me on Facebook. He said, any chance of doing just an Old Rusty Wagon? And I said, how do you know about that? And he said, I was in Castlebar about 4 years ago on holidays with his pal, and they heard me doing it in the pub, and he bought the CD. And so I vaguely remember himself being in at the gig. So that's why I'm doing this. A request is a request. Otherwise I'd be sitting on my arse not doing anything. Just an old rusty wagon that's left to rot away, one we used to ride in back in the good old days. Everybody loved their neighbors, everybody was so free. Riding in our brand new wagon was something to see. Oh, I can see my daddy riding up on the wagon seat. Mother in a new sunbonnet, she looked so nice and neat. Children all in the wagon, grandma, grandpa too. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. Red wheels on the wagon, everybody was so free. We were just as happy as riding in a limousine. Well, the neighbors came together, came from the mountainside, took a look at our brand new wagon, and oh, take a ride. Oh, I can see my daddy riding up on the wagon seat. Mother in a new sunbonnet, she looked so nice and neat. Children all in the wagon, grandma, grandpa too. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. Well, the automobile is here now, the wagon days are through. Airplanes are humming, the neighbors are so few. Everybody here is hurting, it's money that gets you through. We didn't need much money when the wagon it was new. Oh, I can see my daddy riding up on the wagon seat. Mother in a new sunbonnet, she looked so nice and neat. Children all in the wagon, grandma, grandpa too. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. Just an old rusty wagon that's left to rot away, one we used to ride in back in the good old days. Everyone loved their neighbors, everybody was so free. Riding in our brand new wagon was something to see. Oh, I can see my daddy riding up on the wagon seat. Mother in a new sunbonnet, she looked so nice and neat. Children all in the wagon, grandma, grandpa too. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. We used to go to church on Sunday when the wagon it was new. Okay, now this is another one I had a request for. I don't know, these I suppose you would call them, I call them Western songs. They're not country songs, they're not really folk songs, American songs maybe. I learnt this one in Kansas before I arrived in Santa Fe. And there's 1,000 songs about the dying cowboy, but apparently this is a rare version of that song. Usually they're Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie, but this is Bury Me on the Lone Prairie. And I learned this in Witchita, Kansas. Or I heard it for the first time. So well, come gather around me, comrades and friends. The sun, it is setting on life's short day, for I'm wounded to die, and there's nothing to do but wait till my life ebbs away. Bury me on the lone prairie, where the hooves of the horses will fall, where the echoing tread falls over my head, and a cowboy will carry me on. While I've wandered the prairies, both night and by day, no danger I feared as I rode along, but a red-coated foreman has written my doom, and a cowboy will carry me on. Bury me on the lone prairie, where the hooves of the horses will fall, where the echoing tread falls over my head, and a cowboy will carry me on. Well, be kind to my pony, while with you he stays, and bury him beside me when he must go. For how often I've tried him, and I know he won't fail, when we ride in that great rodeo. Bury me on the lone prairie, where the hooves of the horses will fall, where the echoing tread falls over my head, and a cowboy will carry me on. Well, come gather around me, comrades and friends. The sun, it is setting on life's short day, for I'm wounded to die, and there's nothing to do but wait till my life ebbs away. Bury me on the lone prairie, where the hooves of the horses will fall, where the echoing tread falls over my head, and a cowboy will carry me on, bury me on the lone prairie, where the hooves of the horses will fall, where the echoing tread falls over my head, and a cowboy will carry me on. Now, that was specially for Johnny Morgan, who is no longer with us. Johnny was a character in the Castlebar, great character. And I had an email from my friend Michael Garvey today, reminding me that Johnny used to love that song when I was playing in Slines years ago. And when I go home in the summer, and Mike was behind the bar. So that, I forgot to say that at the beginning. I'm noticing with these videos, you're into the first verse and you're thinking, oh Jesus, I forgot to say this or I forgot to say that. So now that we're on this theme, I'm going to do another of those type of songs. This one was written by a guy called Chuck Pyle. And when I came to Santa Fe in 1986, my connection here was a man called Johnny Lyons, a singer and guitar player. And Johnny had spent 6 months in Ireland with his guitar and hanging around mostly MacDade's in Dublin. And when I got here, the first thing he asked me was, did I know Fred Johnston? And Fred Johnston is one of the characters in Galway, does a bit of writing, still alive and playing. And actually I was doing a gig with Fred for a while at in Flanagan's, in Sean and Mary Flanagan's. But this was written by Chuck Pyle, and when I got here, Johnny had a radio show, and he had Chuck Pyle, he interviewed him one day for the radio. So I met Chuck Pyle, nicer man you couldn't meet. And but he had a particular brand, he has, if you look him up on YouTube, you'll find him all over the place. He has a particular brand of songs that he writes about the West and about the spirit of the West, for want of a better word. They call him the Zen Cowboy. And he's a cowboy from Colorado, not from Mayo, like those other cowboys. He's not a Mayo cowboy, he's a Colorado cowboy. He blew in on a wayward gust, what you might call a drifter's wind. 6-foot frame of hobo dust, a rugged life but sifted thin. From Alberta to Coeur d'Alene, there he met his second wife. All the way to Abilene, he gave up the married life. Married life is like a glove, kinda tight and kinda thin. Whoever wrote the book of love never heard of a drifter's wind. riding easy on the lone prairie, rolling tumbleweeds far as you can see. One lone cowboy from Calgary, he's drifting lonely, but he's drifting free. Badly written's what he says, sadly written's what he means. Whoever wrote the book of love wrote a romance magazine, riding easy on the lone prairie, rolling tumbleweeds far as you can see. One lone cowboy from Calgary, he's drifting lonely, but he's drifting free. He blew in on a wayward gust, what you might call a drifter's wind. 6-foot frame of hobo dust, a rugged life but sifted thin, riding easy on the lone prairie, rolling tumbleweeds as far as you can see. One lone cowboy from Calgary, he's drifting lonely, but he's drifting free. Okay. Now, since we're on the subject of Western lore, I'm going to play something on the banjo. I might as well do it now while I have my shoulder to the wheel, and we'll see how it comes out in this room. Okay, here we go. Now the strange thing about it is, when I arrived here in 1986, let me bring this down a bit more. When I arrived here in 1986, I got a gig at the Legal Tender Saloon and Restaurant in Lamy, outside Santa Fe, and it has been restored, rebought, taken over, and restored, and I play there every Friday night. And it's the same as it was 100 years ago, so I thought I should learn this tune to play there. It's the old can-can. Okay? I'm going to try it again with a softer pick. Hey Mikey! Oh, we got clapping on that one.